Hello, juniors, and welcome back to ICSC Topper Talks. Today, we're going to be discussing Julius Caesar Act 3 Scene 2 as a part of my series of basic revision, complete discussion, where I do a complete revision for all the scenes so that you can use these videos within 20 minutes to complete your revision before your exams, be it your home ones, pre-boards, or the boards. Okay, so today we're going to be discussing this, so let's just get right into it. सबसे पहले let's talk about the turning point of the play. Here we see a turning point. The assassination was the climax, but this is the turning point. Firstly, we see Brutus addressing the citizens at the beginning of the scene. Then we see Antony beginning his speech. Then we see the Caesar's mantle and the wounds of Caesar to be shown. And then we see Caesar's will, and then the crowd is shaken aback and their stance is completely changed. So, why are we calling it a turning point? Because the public opinion shifts and the conspirators seem to lose control of Rome. Now, let's talk about the character analysis. We have three major characters. First is Marcus Brutus, second is Mark Antony, and third is the plebeians or the Roman citizens. So firstly, let's talk about Brutus. Like I told you in the previous video, juniors, आपको ये ध्यान रखना है कि हर particular act के scene में, for instance, be it whichever act, be it whichever scene, एक्ट 3 सीन 1 सीन 2 सीन 3 सब में एक ही कैरेक्टर का कैरेक्टर स्केच डिफरेंट होगा. सो कैरेक्टर एनालिसिस नीड्स टू बी स्टडीड वेरी डीपली. So for this one, let's talk about Brutus. Brutus is honorable and patriotic. Here he is idealistic but politically naive and speaks with reason and not emotion. And Brutus is where we can see a moral dilemma. We see his noble intentions yet flawed reasoning. और उसकी स्पीच पे जब हम आएंगे, we're going to be discussing way more about the character of Brutus which is revealed in this scene. ठीक है? Then we have Mark Antony, master orator and strategist, emotionally persuasive and politically brilliant. ये मार्क एंटनी के बारे में रिवील होता है. Master of pathos. And he uses eulogy, reverse psychology in his speeches. So we are able to see the actual personality of the characters. Then finally we have the plebeians or the Roman citizens. आप कुछ भी बोलो. उनके बारे में we have seen that they are emotional and easily swayed. They represent the mob mentality and their loyalty is shifting. That means they are fickle minded. उनका अपना stance नहीं है, उनको जो ज़्यादा सही लगता है वो उसकी तरफ जाते हैं. That is the reality of the public anywhere, even in today's world. So that's like a universal thing. Now, अब हमारे three forces है, fate एक ही है. Now, let's talk कि आपको क्या लगता है एंटनी succeed करा पर ब्रूटस नहीं करा. Why do you think so? Because Brutus appealed to the minds of the people while Antony appeals to their hearts. That is the only reason, right? When we're going to be further discussing each thing specifically, then it's going to be easier for us. Now, major themes. These are the themes that define the scene. तो ये जो 8 themes मैंने आपको दिखाई हैं, these are interwoven throughout Act 3 Scene 2. Shakespeare uses each to explore how language, emotion and power interact in the public sphere. Board exams or any type of exams के लिए make sure to link the themes to specific textual evidence. Textual knowledge is very important. तो इसीलिए कहा जाता है Julius Caesar में you should learn the quotations so that it's not a problem to you. Sorry for that. Right? So we see the power of persuasion in Antony's speech, honor in Brutus's side, manipulation in Antony, mob mentality in the plebeians, appearance versus reality in Antony's speech, revenge in both Antony and the plebeians, and leadership, how leadership differs. There is a contrast between Marcus Brutus and Mark Antony. And then finally public opinion, which is very 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 much dependent upon the circumstances. तो make sure जैसे कि मैंने आपके लिए टिप ऐड करी है to link 2-3 themes in your analytical answer जो आपका 4 mark का होता है for the full marks. Now guys मैंने notes तो बना दिए हैं but I'm not going to be going through each and every line that I'm showing you, so it will be more beneficial for you if you pause and you read it throughout, read the slides, so that agar I'm missing something while explaining, so it's not making a problem to you. Okay. Let's get to the next one. Now we're going to be discussing Antony's speech. We're getting to the speech analysis portion. So Antony's speech has been broken down into 7 things. First is he wins the trust of the plebeians. He says, friends, Roman and countrymen, I come to bury Caesar, not to praise him. That's how he begins his speech, which is a disarming lie. Okay. He repeatedly calls the conspirators honorable men to undermine them. He reveals Caesar's kindness, reminds Rome of his generosity. He used examples like the general coffers, captives, ransoms, like the specific dialogue, like he hath brought many captives home to Rome, whose ransoms did the general coffers fill. And he also talked about when that the poor have cried, Caesar hath wept. He tried to show Caesar's kindness and generosity to the people. He created sympathy by feigning his grief, waiting for the effect. He showed the wounds of Caesar, visual proof. He revealed the will, gave it an emotional touch, and the mob was finally unleashed. So in Mark Antony की speech में, he is seen to be using rhetoric, irony, and emotion. His speech highlights the mob mentality, revenge, and power of persuasive speech, because his speech is called as the masterclass in persuasion and manipulation. Right? He provokes the crowd, strikes their anger, and eventually foreshadows violence, right? Emotionally appealing to the hearts of the crowd. So this speech is considered, as you can see here, I've written Shakespeare's greatest masterpiece of persuasion, because each step builds on the last. Pehle logic, फिर emotion, फिर visual drama, all combined with finally the revelation of the will, जिससे finally mob अचानक से change हो जाता है. Now for the speech analysis, we're coming on to Marcus Brutus. His speech was very different than Antony, because those are the 2 things that we are seeing. So first, Brutus के main argument क्या होता है? He appeals to logos, that is logic, rather than the emotion. He uses rhetorical questions. He builds credibility through his reputation for honor and speaks directly and confidently. So Brutus seems to have a logical appeal to justify the assassination. He puts reason over emotion. His speech shows themes of honor, duty, patriotism versus friendship. ये सब हम उसकी speech में, where he says that not that I loved Caesar less, but that I loved Rome more, we see his moral dilemma as well as noble intentions yet flawed reasoning. By the way, Brutus की जो speech है, this is termed as the perfect example of antithesis, balancing 2 opposite ideas. इस speech को हमने देखा है, इसका the part that not that I loved Caesar less, but I loved Rome more. So it is the perfect example of antithesis. So that's something good that you should go through, मेरे ख्याल से, because it's going to be easier for you all. See, I try to keep my videos in neutral language, Hindi and English, but of course it's English. So I mostly get on to the English side. But if you all want me to try to be more, vocal in Hindi, then you can just let me know. I'll try to incorporate it more. Okay. So Brutus's logical appeal effectively swayed the crowd's initial reaction, leading to temporary support for the conspirators. However, the victory was short-lived due to the lack of emotional depth in his address. So here is a flow chart of what happened. Brutus gave his reasons. He presented justification. He got the public support, and then there was a temporary victory when the people were like, what did the people say? Live, Brutus, live. Bring him with triumph home unto his house. Give him a statue. Make him Caesar. He will, like, the crowd just initially began to completely go on the side of Brutus, right? Initially, वो चाह रहे थे कि इसको ही सीजर बना देते अगला सीजर. It means अगला सीजर बना दे means that वो चाह रहे थे कि इसको अपना ruler बना दिया जाए. But that was short-lived because we soon saw Antony's speech. Now, quotations which are very important. These are on your screen. You can see them. You can go through them. We will not be discussing this because these obviously for friends, Romans, countrymen, बहुत famous quotation है for Brutus is an honorable man, which is very contradictory, right? My heart is in the coffin there with Caesar. Then the evil that men do lives after them. This is a very important part of the speech of Antony. Okay, now we'll be moving forward to the next thing. Okay, we're comparing the speeches. कंपैरेटिव एनालिसिस. हम बात करते हैं कि दोनों की स्पीचेस में डिफरेंस क्या था. वैसे तो अभी तक हम लोग को समझ में आ चुका है. ब्रूटस की स्पीच अपील टू द लॉजिक, टू द रीजन, टू द माइंड ऑफ द पीपल, एंड एंटनी स्पीच अपील टू द इमोशन एंड सिंपैथी एंड द हार्ट ऑफ द पीपल. ब्रूटस की स्पीच डायरेक्ट थी, ऑनेस्ट थी. एंटनी की स्पीच आयरॉनिक, स्ट्रेटेजिक और मैनिपुलेटिव थी. ब्रूटस वाज स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड एंड शॉर्ट एंड डायरेक्ट विद हिज वर्ड्स, व्हेयरएज एंटनी वाज लॉन्ग, ड्रामेटिक, थियोरेटिकल. मतलब ब्रूटस ने जो सच था वो अपना सच बताया और he was not trying to do anything. He had done what he wanted to do. He was just trying to justify himself. जब एंटनी आता है तो एंटनी अपनी पूरी एक जैसे पूरा ड्रामा करता है वहां पे. He tries, जैसे ऑब्वियसली बिना ड्रामा करे तो he could not get the people on his side, तो उसको ये करना था, उसने किया. Under loyalty to Caesar, he puts on a dramatic scene in front of the people, and eventually he gets them, right? तो फिर पेट्रियोटिज्म, ब्रूटस यूजेस पेट्रियोटिज्म वाइल एंटनी यूजेस विजुअल प्रॉप्स. अब अपनी स्पीच के सपोर्ट में उन लोगों को कुछ तो चाहिए था, तो ब्रूटस ने अपने पेट्रियोटिज्म, अपने ऑनर, अपने कैरेक्टर को सामने रखा. वेयर एंटनी यूज्ड सीजर्स मेंटल वुंड्स, विल. उसने अलग चीजें ली, उसने अलग चीजें ली. ब्रूटस की स्पीच ने उसको टेम्पररी सपोर्ट तो दिया, पर एंटनी की स्पीच ने पूरे पब्लिक ओपिनियन को ट्रांसफॉर्म कर दिया. तो एग्जाम टिप का, जैसे कि मैंने आप लोग को ये सेंटेंस लाइन ये बार बार बोली है, इसको यूज करोगे दैट्स गोना बी वेरी लाइक बेनिफिशियल, क्योंकि इस पे मार्क्स अच्छे मिलते हैं. मुझे याद है आई डोंट रिमेम्बर द एग्जाम, इट वाज इन आवर फर्स्ट टर्म, इट वाज आवर सेकंड टर्म, जहाँ पे हमारे एक्ट 3 सीन 1 के बारे में आया था, एंड वी हैड टू राइट अबाउट Brutus and Antony in the fifth question. So I had written such a line that Brutus convinces the mind, Antony captures the heart, something like that, and I did get good marks on it. So ये चीज, ये like these keywords are important. They just they increase the level of your answers. Now these are the most probable ICSE questions. बोर्ड मैंने इसलिए लिख दिया because they may or may not appear in the boards. अगर ये particular scene आता है तो बोर्ड में इस टाइप का क्वेश्चन आ सकता है, बट आपके होम एग्जाम्स में तो आ ही सकता है ऑब्वियसली. से पहले मैंने बना दिया है like that. I haven't written exact questions. I have just put forward the points that you need to do, prepare for it, right? जैसे कि for recall and understanding में तो why does Antony call Brutus honorable? How does the justification is what justification is presented by Brutus, and what is the importance of Caesar's will? ये सब बहुत basic questions है, आपके question number 1 and 2 में आ सकते हैं. Then character and theme आपका 3, 4, 5 किसी में भी आ सकता है. तो you should be prepared as per 3 and 4 marks. जैसे how is Antony better? What was his stance? How did the इसमें आपको पूरा बताना होगा कि एंटनी ने क्या यूज किया, क्यों नहीं, ब्रूटस की स्पीच में क्या कमी थी, एंटनी की स्पीच कैसे बेटर थी. देन द मॉब मेंटालिटी तो बहुत अच्छा क्वेश्चन है. इट कैन अपीयर फ्रॉम बोथ सीन 2 एंड सीन 3. व्हेन यू स्टडी सीन 3 यू विल अंडरस्टैंड इट. It's a very good one. Then we have the theme of persuasion, theme of oratory skills, theme of manipulation. All of this may come to एंटनी की स्पीच में. आपको मतलब ये वाले में एंटनी की स्पीच को बताना है और इसको बहुत अच्छे से आपको लिखना होता है. Then we finally have the analytical questions. तो फ्रेंड्स, रोमन कंट्री में, here you have to talk about how ब्रूटस की स्पीच से एंटनी की स्पीच में पब्लिक ओपिनियन चेंज हुआ. You all did love him once. You see the emotional appeal he was doing, and finally the dramatic significance of Caesar's will. Now ये थोड़े से notes हैं, you all can go through it. This is the way to score 98 plus. I personally had scored 98. I was hoping for 100, but oh well. I got an MCQ wrong and 1 mark as well. So I'm not sure where I got that wrong, but maybe it was a written answer. But I'm sure it wasn't from Julius Caesar. Anyways, so this is the exact thing. You can just screenshot it and you can use it, right? But basic hai, first triangles to the fourth triangle, you can definitely go through it. We'll be just be coming on to the last thing. 1 minute revision for Act 3, Scene 2. सबसे पहले we have Antony's speech, then we have the turning point, then we have Brutus's speech, then the downfall. ये सब आपको याद होना चाहिए. It begins from Brutus, then goes to Antony, then the turning point, then the downfall. So it goes from here to here to here to here. It's like a square. And the downfall connects back to Brutus's speech. So as we come to the end of this video, I would like to remind you that watching such videos would help you in revision, but these cannot be completely real. Like, you cannot rely on videos if you are not aware of the dialogue, if you're not like completely, if you're not, you don't know the stuff, right? Dialogues आपको पता होने चाहिए. You should study with your book as well, and then use videos for revision. For Antony, I would like to say that Antony के कुछ specific dialogues हैं जिसके साथ I have a few notes attached, so I wanted to share it at the end. Where Antony, in this dialogue, where Antony says that I am no orator as Brutus is, he is presenting his humbleness, but it is actually brilliant manipulation. He aligns with the mob and frames Brutus as a deceptive politician. वो बोलता है मैं अच्छा ओरेटर नहीं हूँ, ब्रूटस अच्छा ओरेटर है. तो यहाँ पे उस बात को कहने का क्या मतलब है? तुम अच्छे ओरेटर नहीं हो, ठीक है, why you talk about Brutus? He is talking about Brutus because he believes that Brutus is such a great orator. वो लोगों को अपनी oratory skills से पागल बनाता है. Because in reality, Brutus is no great orator. It is Antony who is the one who is using his oratory skills to deceive the public. But anyways, ठीक है. Another important dialogue where there were few dialogues, but this like the last में मैंने बताया कि because I couldn't like include this part in the revision क्योंकि it didn't fit anywhere. Important चीज नहीं थी ये, but I'm just talking about the important things that I feel are being missed out. Antony आखिर में बोलता है, now let it work mischief, thou art a foot. Take thou what cost thou wilt. Here, his true intent is revealed. He didn't just want to honor Caesar. He wanted to spark civil war within the people. ये वो कब बोलता है? जब उसकी स्पीच के बाद फाइनली सारे सिटीजन्स उसको एकदम भड़क जाते हैं and they go on to the streets talking about beating, talking about plucking the lives out of the conspirators. उसके बाद एंटनी ये बोलता है. So it reveals the true intent of Mark Antony. I hope this video was of help to you, and if it was, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and keep coming back to ICSE Topo Talks for further videos. You can comment down your queries and any kind of help if you need from me, and I'll be reaching out to all of you. Thank you. I'll see you guys in the next one. We will be meeting with Act 3, Scene 3 ki video. I have already created an answer writing video. If you want to refer to it, you can completely go to it because it's I have used an extract from it. So I have shown you how to write the perfect answers to score good marks, right? So while we'll be ending with this series, for this meanwhile, I'll be completing with Act 3, Scene 3, और वो हमारी last video होगी for this month. उसके बाद we'll be going through the next act when people are done with their exams. So that's going to be August. So we have ample of time, so I'll be creating more videos on this concept, on this topic, on Julius Caesar. If you all want me to create videos on treasure chest, you can let me know and I'll create that as well. So till the meantime, prepare well for your exams and use my videos for revision. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye. Thank you so much.